Welcome. Now you're watching part 2 for the fourth pattern onwards. The fourth pattern is on clauses. Let's look at the example. The requirements for an art degree are not as strict as medical degree. So you look at the word as strict as, okay? And this is actually a complex sentence. So there are actually two clauses there. First one, the requirements for an art degree, and then you have medical degree. Okay, so to make it parallel, you must make the clause parallel. That means similar. The requirements for an art degree are not as strict as, repeat, the requirements for a medical degree. Okay, so the clause there must be the same, must be parallel to each other. That way the thinking process is much more efficient, faster. Okay, the fifth type is singularity and plurality. So you know what is singular? Singular is something that is less than 2. Okay, 1.5 is still 1. It's still singular. Okay, so 2 and above is considered as plural. So here, the example given, in the computer age, a document is usually used to describe a primarily textual file, along with its structure and design, such as fonts, colors, and image. So you see fonts, colors are plural, but image is singular. So you need to change it to become in the same plural form. Okay, so you have it here, fonts, colors, images. Okay, look at the second example. Computers is very important in any companies because employees use it to write letters, keep records, calculate expenses, and do payroll. So you have letters, records, expenses, and payrolls. Okay, yeah, actually there's S there, payrolls. I hope you understand the concept here. Yeah, it's about making them in the same class form. Okay. Pattern number 6 is correlative expression. This part is where many students got it wrong. I hope you pay extra attention to this one, yeah? Okay, so here correlative expression is like either or, not only but also, both and. Okay, this is like an expression that comes together. So when you have correlative expression like this, you have phrases in between, like either A or B. Not only A, but also B. Both A and B. So A and B is actually phrases, okay? Especially the correlative expression, the expression, okay? So what you need to do is to have these two in the same grammatical structure. So here, example given, either you write a proposal report, or here is not parallel, an evaluation report for the class assignment. Okay, this sentence is it makes sense, you can understand it, but it's not parallel. Okay, to make it parallel, you must write the A and B expression parallel. Okay, make it parallel. So either you write a proposal report or you write an evaluation report for the class assignment. So you see, it's not that difficult. Yeah, the example given is to give you the concept first, but later on we will practice. Okay, we will practice together. The last pattern is mixed form. Let's look at the example. There are many symptoms of troubled teenagers such as depression, anxious, rebelliousness, and withdrawal. Now this is not parallel. You see, depression is a noun, anxious is adjective, rebelliousness is a noun, and withdrawal is a noun. So what you need to do is turn all of them into noun. Okay, how do you know what is noun and what is not noun? Or what is adjective? How do you know? Okay, one way of it is to put article like a or the, like a depression, the depression. Okay, suffering, a depression. Okay, suffering, the depression. It sounds okay. Okay, but if you put suffering and anxious, suffering, the anxious. It doesn't sound right. Okay, it doesn't sound right. It must be like the anxious, maybe the anxious person. Okay, an anxious girl, that anxious boy. You cannot say that anxious, it doesn't make sense. But if you can say that depression, you can say that. Okay, it still makes sense. That depression, it's just a noun. Okay, the same thing. The rebelliousness, the withdrawal. Okay, it sounds okay because it's a noun. Okay, but anxious, it needs a noun because it is actually an adjective. Adjective tu apa? Kata sifat. Okay, it actually describe the noun. Okay, describe the person, anxious person. So when you change it into noun, it becomes there are many symptoms of troubled teenagers such as depression, anxiety, rebelliousness, and withdrawal. Okay, now let's try to do the exercise. Let's do the practice in the next video.